Welcome to the Jan Podcast, Season 2, Episode 14. I am your host, Shan. I am your host. Hello, everyone. How are you? I've had a wonderful, terrible fucking week. It hasn't been wonderful. I'm lying. It's been a shitty week. My shoulders and my arthritis are winning, but I am here, motherfucker. I am here. And I do have a goddamn traffic peeve. And this is one I've had this peeve for a long time, but I don't always run into these people, but they are always out there. And I guarantee every single one of you has ran into one of these. The brake checker. But not just the brake checker that is like, oh, I don't know, 200 fucking yards behind the nearest car and they're brake checking you. Yeah, in the fast lane. Yes. Brake check me in the fast lane. Man, I'm like, you know what, dude? And I can't get over because the other line is just the slow lane's just full and there's like no gaps and we're just barely going faster than them. It just sucks. It's just one of those, you gotta fight the urge to run them off the road. You gotta fight that urge. I do. I always fight the urge to get revenge, but you can daydream about it, but you just can't act on that shit. You gotta be a lot more grown up than that. Not saying that I wouldn't, but I haven't. Let's put it that way. If I would have by now for sure. I'm getting older and I can't like fist fight and shit anymore. So it's like, I'm not gonna be that person that's getting up in someone's face when I can't even fucking put my shirt on anymore. No, it's not gonna be like that. My shoulders are like, no, that's funny. But yeah, speaking of my shoulders, I'm using a TENS unit. Okay, I don't know if everybody knows what that is. I'm sure most of you do because we're older. We've all used a TENS unit or had one used on us at one point in our life, I'm sure. But that little stimulation you get, they wanted me to put one on the front of my shoulder and then one in the back of my shoulder so that it would go through and get the deep penetration. And then that's what I need because my shoulders are all inflamed and shit. So I had that on, and I knew when I put it on, I realized that I put the pads on reverse from how the little monitor thing. Usually the left is the left side and the right is the right side, but I had it flipped and I thought, no, I'll be fine. No. Fucking idiot. No, I wasn't fine, and we will not do that again because you lose track that you have them reversed. So I'm trying to turn it down because it's actually causing me pain. It's like pulling the part that's pinching when I raise my arm. It's just pulling it, and I'm like, oh god damn. I mean, it's deep. I'm like, no, that's too much. That's too much. And I keep trying to lower it, and I don't realize I'm lowering the opposite side. Okay. So I'm like, well, this side feels fine. What the fuck? And so I'm like, why isn't this side? I must need to raise this side if I feel fine. So I hit it to raise it, and I raise the wrong side, and it hits that nerve and just puts me into a lock. I was like, the entire time that it was pulling, I was screaming. Oh my God. I was like, what am I doing? I'm torturing myself. It reminded me of that damn episode of Cheers where the post guy Cliff, when he was trying to quit, what the hell was he was trying to quit saying something or doing something, and he had that electro thing attached to him. So every time he'd do it, he'd go, "Nyeh," and he'd get shocked. That's what it reminded me of. I was like, ah, oh man, that sucked. Yeah, I caught on after that I had them backwards. I'm like, son of a bitch, I just raised that way higher. It was way higher than I would have even on a good day. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, so I got to electrocute myself before I even got out here. Pretty sure I dislocated my shoulder on that one. Felt like my freaking arm was above my head and twisted. I was like, ah, fun, fun, fun. Oh, speaking of fun, holy crap. Last night, well, yeah, it was last night, about 9:45. I thought I heard something. I sleep with a fan on usually just to keep the air circulating. And but the fan's down at the bottom of the bedroom, so it's not like right in my ear, but it does block a lot of sound. And I heard something that woke me up. Well, I wasn't really sleeping that great anyways, but it kind of caught my attention. I was like, the fuck is that, like thunder? No, because I mean, 5 days ago it was like 83 degrees. All right, now it's thunder. All right, that's not California. That's not California, man. I'm like, what is going on, man? We're having the weirdest goddamn weather. It's just really strange. I was waiting for more, and I did get it. There was a pretty big thunderstorm went over, and that last crack before it just went away, I felt like it went from one end of the horizon to the other end of the horizon. It was so long, and it wasn't necessarily loud. You could like just you could hear it moving just across the sky. It was really fucking cool. I wish I'd have been up and watching it, but fuck that. It's too hard for me to get in and out of bed right now. I can't be doing that shit. Plus, I don't want to freak my animals out or anything. They were already like going, "What the fuck?" The house was rattling and shit, so it was pretty loud. And it rained along with it, pretty good. So I was figuring, oh man, I can only imagine how much of that dumped into the Sierras because that's exactly where it was heading. I'm like, cool, because the Sierras, I don't know if you know or not, but the Sierras are having what's called a snow drought. They're just the snowpack is so low, it's only like at 18% of normal. There's nothing there, which is not good because we think we're out of a drought, and that's where a lot of our water comes from. Yeah, they didn't get any snow, none. They got rain. Just kind of sucks. I was like, ah, crap. You would hope that something like that would help, but it's also warm for this time of year, and it stayed warm, and it got warm sooner than normal. Like it's normally it would be still kind of a little chill in the air, and today was really the coldest day it's been in a little while, and it's nothing. It's like what 56 or some shit. But yeah, interesting. Kind of sucks. Sierras really could have used that. The snow. People love to go skiing here. There's some of the best skiing in California is in those Sierra Nevadas. So what else was I gonna talk about? Oh my gosh. I was kind of going back and reminiscing about my high school years, and it was more like not my high school years. It was just like who were my teams back then because I really don't follow a lot of sports anymore. Um Not really, here and there. I watch MMA and UFC and stuff like that. I like watching people beat the crap out of each other. I was just kind of thinking back to the teams that I loved. I wonder if my influence to these teams was because of the time of the year that they were actually really good, or if I just was gonna like them anyways. I think the Raiders, I was just gonna like them anyways, because I got to go to a game of theirs when I was really young, and it was had a big influence on me. And then, of course, I like the A's because they were in Oakland too, so it's like I could go to the same Coliseum. I could watch the A's. I like the green and gold. That was my high school colors. So I was like, okay, well, there's another reason to like them. I didn't realize they were going to turn into a professional farm team for really great players, and they're just going to trade them all away all the time. But yeah, we did get a championship here and there, and we did have we had our World Series in San Francisco when they had the earthquake. So yeah, that was interesting. The Lakers. I've been a Laker fan. I mean, I remember when I was younger, my mom was a Laker fan. She liked Jerry West and Will Chamberlain. Yeah, they were something else. But I mean, my Lakers were of course Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, you know, Cooper. I mean, they had some great shooters, man. Those were my guys back then, and our rivals were the Celtics. Holy crap, the Celtics. They were tough, man. It was like every year it was like son of a bitch, fucking Celtics. I mean, they dominated in the 2000s too with Kobe and Shaq and all that, but those were good years too. But the early years in high school gave you bragging rights at school and shit. But and then the Raiders, well, we haven't really had a win since the 90s, I think so. And I mean, my teams aren't even in Oakland anymore, so it's like, fuck. It's hard to keep your team spirit when they leave you, you know what I mean? And it's not all their fault. They had opportunities to get them to stay, but I don't think not sure the mayor did a good enough job. But that's all in the past. Sure, it's all in the past. I wanted to talk about because the weather, like I said, it's raining, yes, but a week ago it was fucking, 83 degrees, 82 degrees, and we were literally sweating. I was like, oh God, I need to get my air conditioner fixed in my car. I was like in a panic. And today it's raining and wet. Yeah, welcome to New California. Back in the day when summertime came, when you were a kid, I think this is when we lived in our first house. So I would be 12 and under all those years. Our summertime activities consisted of sprinklers, of course, squirt guns. I mean, you could go to the store and you could buy like fucking 5 squirt guns, the little blue and red handgun ones. I know you know which ones I'm talking about because everybody's gotten one of those with the little plug in the back, and you fill it up and just pop that little thing back in, and you go at it. Man, I used to buy the hell out of those things. We used those a lot. We used, do you remember wiggle worms? It was that thing you'd stick the hose into, and it would freaking had all those little arms that would go around. So my sister loved that damn thing. She was really young then, so it was perfect for her. She'd go sprinting around, those little arms would be whipping it. It was so funny. And I know we had a slip and slide, but we could make our own slip and slide. We had tarps and shit and a little bit of soap, and it was Slip and Slide City. So we had all that kind of stuff. And we had enough lawn in the front where we could pull off a slide. You know, you wouldn't go crashing too bad. You had to start at the rose bushes though, not end at the rose bushes. Just a word of advice. Because you can literally slide right into, yes, the rose bushes. Not that I have any experience with that, but yeah, the rose bushes were always off limits. You want to go the opposite direction of the rose bushes. But yeah, those were pretty fun times. I mean, even the sprinklers, you could get those sprinklers that had like I don't know, like the little fan in the middle, and those things would just squirt out a lot of water. And then you could do even the one that just is arcs back and forth and gives you that stream. Even those were kind of fun to run through. I can't help but think of times where they had multiple sprinklers out there and each one did something different and you try to run through and you had at least 2 different sprinklers out there. It was fun. They did what they could to let us have fun at home in the water. It was fun. And we did have times where we had a doughboy in the backyard. Yeah, we had the doughboy, and Dad would build a deck, and we'd go swimming in our doughboy, and those were good times. We definitely had the doughboy when we moved to our second house. For sure, had the doughboy. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So those were good times playing in the water. I mean, that's when you could play in water and it wasn't gonna poison you. You could actually drink the water you're playing in and it's not gonna kill you, other than someone peeing in the pool, and they better not, for God's sake. But yeah, those were great times in the summer, and our parents liked to get out and do things, so we had a boat and we would go hit the lakes and the reservoirs and stuff. And Dad was real good about, well, Mom was too. Mom always made sure that we had everything we needed food wise. We had all of our clothes. We had everything we were gonna need. We were dialed in. And then Dad always made sure he had extra propellers because it's the lake and there's freaking underground shit that can wipe out your boat. There's like freaking tree stumps and shit. And yeah, you don't know you're there until you go over it. You're like, yeah, the lakes can be kind of scary sometimes, but they can also be super, super interesting because there was some like little offshoots of the lake that you could go through and it was like foliage and stuff. And you're literally like moving vines to get through. I mean, it was really cool. And that's the kind of shit we get stuck in, of course, but it was fun as fuck, man. You felt like you're on like some kind of a, I don't know, like an adventure across some water that you don't know that you've never been on before. It was just really cool. It was really cool. We'd gone to this one, I don't know if it's a reservoir. I'm thinking it was a reservoir, but there was like this little island at the, I don't know, maybe a mile or so off the shore. And we stopped at it just to stop and they had these little teeny tiny frogs on it everywhere. They were all over the island. I was like, that is so fucking cool. I was like, no, I need to stay here with the teeny tiny frogs. The teeny tiny frogs need me. They need me. It was funny. They were so cute though. That might have been the same place that I stepped on a piece of fucking glass too. Oh my god. It was like the bottom part where it's real thick had broken and then the shard came up from the bottom and that's what I stepped on. Oh my, it like split my foot right in half. I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, bleeding everywhere." My parents are like, "Son of a bitch." Yeah. Go go figure. There was always something, huh? Or it could be when I was younger, my dad was dunking me off the dock in the water with my arms. He was dunking me, and he pulled me up, and he didn't mean to, but he pulled me up right along the dock and just scraped the dock right down my back. I was like, "Ah!" He felt so bad. I'm like, "Son of a bitch, I'm not getting in the water again. My back is bleeding." Poor guy. Taught me to be tough though. Tell you what. couldn't be a wussy at our house. That wasn't acceptable. That's funny though. But yeah, the boat was a lot of fun. It was kind of fun to watch Dad water ski on the back. Mom would drive the boat and Dad would water ski. Sometimes she'd let me drive the boat. Sometimes he'd let me back the boat in. Even let me back the boat in with the truck once. So, and I remember standing on the clutch because the clutch was so hard. I had to stand on the clutch, and he had a '69 Chevy that had a 3 on the column, so I had to use the column to get it. It was fun. I wasn't very good at it because I wasn't grasping the concept of, like, if you turn the opposite way is the way you wanna go. I'd see it turn, and I'd turn that way, and I'd make it worse. So it took me a little while to figure that out, but, I mean, I didn't even have a driver's license, so what do you want? I did figure it out though, didn't I? I sure as hell did. I ended up using that skill on a little farm, helping my friend, on a dairy. Yeah, that was a fun year. Well, I was the only one that didn't bend the axle, so I guess I got that going. I got that going for me. I got that record. But there was something else, but it's gone. Poof! Welcome to Oldville. I did want to talk about a TV show that I've been wanting to. I watched it like the first when it first came out. I think I had Stars at the time, and I watched like the first episode, and I was like, man, what a strange show. And I remember seeing the previews for it, and I really wanted to see it, but as soon as I saw it, I just wasn't sure how to feel about it. It's American Gods. It's just a little odd. I mean, I've watched weird shows, right? What the hell is that witch show? It was like grown Harry Potter. They had some seriously adult themed shit on that show. Editions, but this one, I don't know. There was some weird shit. I really, really like Ian McKellen a lot. Like, I will watch whatever he's in. Same with Jason Statham. Whatever he's in, I'm watching it. I will watch it 100%. I don't give a shit how good it is. I used to be like that with Steven Seagal, but he just got to be such a jerk. I just didn't want to support him anymore. But I do like Ian McKellen. It's the same way I think who it is, Gabriel Byrne. I really like him too. So when certain people are in movies, I'll watch the movie specifically because they're in it, which is why they hire these people, right? But yeah, American Gods was pretty strange. I don't know. I'm not sure how to think about it. I've watched almost all of the first season, and I'm trying to decide if I really want to invest in the second season. And I don't know how much of the second season they'll even have for free, but it's interesting. I guess it's worth checking out. You might like it. It's critically acclaimed. So, I mean, it's just very odd. It's hard to follow sometimes. And even when you do follow it, you're like, is that what I'm supposed to be thinking right now? Is that what I'm supposed to be thinking? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, but that's about all I got. Let's see. Oh, I did want to say happy 1 year anniversary. It was exactly 1 year ago that I did my very first episode. So let's see, my last episode, well, was it the one before? Can't remember. Was my 50th, and now I'm at my 1 year anniversary. So yay for me. Oh fuck. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's all good. Someday I'll do something with this, right? Someday I'll make a difference. I want to be a dentist. No, I don't really want to be a dentist. I just like to imitate. Oh, shit. All right, ramble on and on. Okay, well, I will catch you guys later. Don't forget to spay and neuter, right? Help control the pet population. Spay and neuter your pet. Also, adopt, don't shop. They need you. They all need you. I can't adopt them all. It's just not gonna happen. I'd like to, but I can't. Anyways, meh. Anyways, check out American Gods. I don't know if you like it or not. Some of it's pretty strange. I was like, okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Yeah, the other there's some good acting in it. Don't get me wrong, the acting in it's pretty good because they have to act like some strange things. So the acting's not too bad in this. But yeah, but that's it. Okay, well we'll check you out next time, and you check us out next time, and peace be with you. Right? No kings.